Alright guys, here we are on lesson number 7, and we're hitting up number 2 to start here. How much higher is 500 than 400? I hope to goodness you can do that in your head. That's 100 meters. Alright, no show mark needed there. How much higher is 500 than negative 400? Now that one might be a little bit tougher to visualize, so let's just draw a quick little number line here. 500 is up here, and negative 400 would be like right about here. So the question is, how much higher is this compared to that? It's like saying how far apart are they, right? Or subtract them. 500 minus negative 400 is 900. So that would be 900 meters apart from them. Okay, because their difference equals that. If you add the opposite, it's really just 500 plus 400. What is the change in elevation from 8,500 to 3,400? That would just be 8,500 minus 3,400. Okay, think of it as like 85 minus 34, and then tack on 2 zeros when you're done. Right, so you're going to have 2 zeros at the end, and you just got to find out how far apart these two things are. And I believe that's 51, so 5,100 meters higher. And then D, what is the change in elevation between 8,500 and negative 300? That would be 8,500 minus negative 300, which, when you add the opposite, really just becomes plus positive, or 8,800. And then the last one, how much higher is negative 200 meters than 450? Once again, people, you can just take the two numbers and subtract them, and you will get your answer. So either way, you'll get a positive answer one way, a negative this way, or the other way. So this one would turn out to be 450, add the opposite of 200, and that would be 650 meters higher. So there's our answer for that one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Number 3, we're doing one of these transaction tables like we had last week. Okay, so we've got $360 in the account. We write a check, or we spend this much money, it drops it to this. So this question is asking, okay, so we're at $337.50, and we subtract something, and we end up at $182.35. So, you know, this problem right here could go like Ann thinks about this. I want to take the answer 182.35, right? And I can add something to it and get 337.50, right? That's kind of how we find this answer. So you could think of it like that, you know, equals 337.50. That's one way to imagine it. But essentially, what do you need to do with those two numbers? You got to subtract them. So your shown work should look something like this, where you have 337.50 and you subtract 182.35. And you got to borrow 10, 5, 1, 5, and 33 minus 18 is 215. Alright, so drop that there. So now we know that that was a 155.15. And if we did something from that point to get under the money, to get underneath an old money, then that means that we would have to take where we're at right now, add that amount, and that would put us at the negative transaction that we had to make to get to that point. So the last section would be adding these two numbers, 41.40. 5, 7, 3, 2, carry the 1, 2. So that last transaction must have been $223.75 taken away from my account. And that would represent that table.